Hi everyone, my name is Oyelami Temitope Ibidunni. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a digital engineering student and I'll be the one to anchor today's interview. With us here is one of our doctors from the Faculty of Computer Science. You're welcome, doctor. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yes, of course. Hi, my name is Sandro Schulze. I'm a postdoctoral researcher and a teacher at the Faculty of Computer Science here at the University of Magdeburg. I have certain responsibilities in the master program for digital engineering, and my research area is software engineering, in particular software analytics and software evolution.
Okay, so for the purpose of today's interview, we'll consider the course Introduction to Computer Science for Engineers. Doctor, could you give a brief overview of the course?
Yes, of course. In this course, Introduction to Computer Science for Engineers, we cover basic topics of computer science. That is, after a brief introduction to algorithm thinking and problem solving, we give overview about programming, in particular about imperative programming and about object-oriented design with Java. And afterwards, we cover basic algorithms that are fundamental in computer science, such as sorting, such as abstract data types, such as tree algorithms or graph algorithms.
Yeah. So there's a lot of useful content in the course. What are the job prospects of this course?
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't directly say that there are direct job prospects because it's a foundational course. That means there are other courses where you can specialize, whereas I'm just setting the foundations. But regarding the whole master program, I definitively think that this course is necessary to take lots of other courses afterwards, because it provides the foundational knowledge of computer science. It provides you with an idea of computational thinking, and it provides you with a basic idea and also basic skills about programming. And all of them are needed in more advanced master courses later on.
Oh yeah, because even on the page I saw that in the description of the course, that there are some interpersonal skills and some analytical way of thinking that is developed in students.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed, we also have this social competencies because students work in teams. Okay. So that allows to get experience in how it is to work in teams, to trust someone else, to discuss solutions in team, to come to a final consensus or solution, which may also be true for many other issues in the future, including when you are on the job market. Okay.
Okay, since it's a basic course, are there projects, like team projects, that you offer afterwards, maybe for a student that has completed this course? Are there any projects that you offer?
Usually I offer projects, so I would say after this lecture, you are in the second or third semester, depending whether you started in summer or winter.
Okay.
And if you are after this course in the second semester, I assume that the interdisciplinary team project is something that you consider. So I usually do these team projects together with other institutions like the INCA.
Okay.
They have topics. And if you're in the third semester, then you may look for a digital engineering project.
Okay.
I usually also try to offer one, either on my own or together with some, even companies. So last semester I had one with a startup. Oh. But in general, we try to have a broad offer on these DE projects, so that when you are on the third semester, can choose it. But most of them will require programming, so come to the course and learn about it if you did not learn before.
Okay, so for students that has completed the course, what are the subsequent courses that you can suggest to the student? You mentioned earlier that there are many, it has a wide variety of applications.
It depends on, right? If you still have some, let's say, some credits to be given in fundamental methods of computer science, I would recommend the Introduction to Software Engineering, because it gives you an even better understanding how to develop software. What is the process, what you have to take into account. It's more than just programming. Okay. And that's what we cover there, and we do some project over the semester with Android. Apart from that, there are so many options for specialization or advanced methods, right? You can go in the direction of data science, you can go in the direction of robotics, you can do computer graphics. That highly depends a little bit on your own interest and in which direction you would like to work later on. If you say, I would like to go to some robotics company, I'm good with hardware, then maybe it's a good idea to give this direction. If you say you would like to do other things, then choose other courses. But yeah, my course lays foundations that may be needed in most of them.
In most of the courses. Okay, so we know that most digital engineering students come from different backgrounds other than computer science. So what are the prerequisites that they should bag along before they attend this course?
Yeah. So actually the course directly addresses the fact that the students are from different backgrounds and mostly they don't have any experience with computer science or programming before, right? That's why this course has no formal prerequisites. So even if you have no clue how programming works, you could come there. Actually, you should then especially come there to learn a little about this.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a foundational one. We don't expect anything special to know by you, right? So some math should be known from school or whatever, but nothing more. And yeah, what I personally would suggest as a prerequisite, you should be curious. Curious about things, curious about how things work, and to learn about new topics, new things you may not have heard before. Okay. But apart from that, no prerequisites.
Okay. Yeah, over the years, I'm aware that you've been maybe offering this course, and you would have noticed some before we talk about, I wanted to talk about some mistakes that students make. But before we talk about mistakes, I know maybe as the lecturer of the course, there are some strategies that you can give students on how to get good grades in this course.
Yes. So one strategy I would give is when you work on assignments, don't start too late. I see this very often. Students don't do anything for a week and then 3 days before they start. Yeah. That usually just causes stress, and at the end maybe you fail or something like that. Another strategy that is definitively very important in that course is that you try to understand these things and to apply them. That you don't stop with just learning what is written on the slides. This course is definitively directed to apply algorithms, to apply your knowledge. That's why we have the assignments, and this will also be how the final exam is designed, right? I will ask questions that force you to apply certain algorithm to an example and then tell me what is the result, right? So it's all about, apply what you learn and not only learn it, make an exam, forget it and go away.
Yeah, okay, because that particular strategy, that particular act is called, students call it la crème la pour. Because that's when they memorize, they give it to you in the exam, and that's the end of it. So they don't remember everything.
We should go away from this kind of teaching, definitively. And there are many people that do a great job in that, but it takes time that it goes in all the heads that the way of learning is different. So
understanding is very important. Okay, now to the mistakes. What are the mistakes that students make over the years?
What I've observed so far is that students, regarding the exam, make mistakes mainly on graphs, so when they should apply graph algorithms, or when they should apply hashing, so when they should fill hash tables based on some given hash function. I'm not entirely sure why this is the case, because we have also tasks on trees. Okay. They are not so different from graphs. That means I would say they have the same level of difficulty, but for some reason the problems are more with the graphs, right? Apart from that, I don't see some recurrent pattern, right? Also, since my exam is a multiple choice exam, it is sometimes hard to identify why or what did the student wrong. You just see that the student gave the wrong option. So whether it was just like, I have no idea, I just crossed something, or whether it was just a small mistake in the thinking, that it's hard to infer. But generally, I would say that graphs and hash tables seem to cause more problems for students.
Okay. Oh, so on a general note, what advice would you like to give to students that maybe are not sure whether they want to take it, or maybe they have some have made up their minds to take this course, so maybe they need some motivation from you on a general note?
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure they need some motivation, because starting with a new topic, maybe you have no idea what this programming is about, and then maybe the progress is rather low. That means maybe you invest a lot of time and still you're not sure whether you understand everything correctly, may cause frustration. Yeah. Don't let frustration win the overhead. So don't let the frustration be your guide in your studies. Yeah. Even if the effort is high, the outcome is even higher. That means what you learn is something that you learn forever in this course. That's how I try to design it. That means you can make use of this knowledge in many other courses, like almost all of them will require some programming. And the idea of computational and algorithmic thinking, you will meet it again and again. There will always be tasks and you are confronted with, okay, come up with a solution in a structured way. There are obstacles, how can you circumvent them? So all these things I try at least to teach to students in my course. It takes some effort, but it pays off several times with any other course you take afterwards. Yeah. So even with some frustration at the beginning, usually the learning curve is steep. Then after 2 or 3 assignments, you're more adapted to the way of thinking and the way of learning.
Okay. So thank you, Doctor, for being here today. We are grateful, because every information you give is very, very essential.
Well, thank you very much. I hope it is useful for future students.
Definitely.
And
yes.
Thank you for the invitation.